Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CarterMatt.com.
And we are back with The Expanse, Season 3. This is our Episode 1 reaction. We have been gone for clearly a very long time, 24 hours since we finished Season 2. For those of you who don't know, we have not seen ahead. We have not seen any other episodes yet. We are avoiding spoilers at all costs, so we're trying to fly a little bit blind here. We're kind of just like, at the moment, Christian and Bobby, Kotya, who are just trying to escape. And, their journey is unknown. Our journey is unknown.
Yep.
Before we dive into anything, though, if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates that we have coming your way. So, at the end of Season 2, I guess we'll start with the Rossi crew, but we learned then that Naomi came clean about what she did when it comes to giving the protomolecule to Fred Johnson. The good news was they were all still alive. They're all still alive, but there's no happy family dinner with Alex's lasagna going on right now.
No, and Alex said it best when he basically was like, dude, we all made this decision together as a team. What gives you the right to then take the protomolecule for yourself to give it to the Belters? I could have given it to Mars, or, so-and-so could have given it to whoever. Like, we made this choice together. So it's a betrayal, and it's not just a betrayal. It's a major betrayal of something that they were all part of, that they all know what happened on Eros and how bad this stuff is, but they made that decision together.
And I think it would be one thing if Naomi was like giving it to a mutual friend of everyone on the Rossi crew. They still wouldn't be happy, but it's also, you're giving it to Fred. You're giving it, do you really want to trust Fred Johnson that he's not going to screw you over with this?
It's true. I actually think that no matter who she gave it to, they were going to be mad because Alex is right. They made this decision together. So it has to be together. Nobody has the right to go and choose something different. But yeah, Fred Johnson, I don't know. He basically told them, you're never come back here.
Yeah.
It'll be bad for you.
I would not give it to him.
And then she gave it to him, someone who has said, I never want to see your face again. So I understand why she's on the skids with everybody, but hopefully they're going to find a way to all get over it and come together. They are a team and they are a family, and families have disagreements, but hopefully they can bring it back together again.
This is going to be a big one, though, because Naomi is like gung-ho on them going to Tycho, because it seems like Naomi feels like she's got some goodwill now with Fred because of this, and maybe they can at least have, I don't know if like they're going to all be BFFs and, Fred's going to be getting any of the lasagna anytime soon.
Yeah.
But they kind of could use each other. There's a usefulness there, but...
And she's right. They need somewhere to park the ship right now. Like, everybody knows who they are. Everybody's looking for them. There's a massive war coming. They're in a Mars ship. People are going to be shooting them out of the sky. They're not going to know who they are as far as the ship. So, she's right in that regard, but that's not what's happening.
No. The funny thing here is I think at some point at the end of Season 2, moving into Season 3, somebody decided to inject Holden with Truth Serum, and that he has to now say everything that is on his mind at all times, including, oh yeah, by the way, Prax, we were a total jerk to you and we weren't really ever looking for your daughter altogether seriously.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting journey for Holden, because the first season we had him feeling a little bit slacker, but, weight of the world, a do-gooder, wanted to do the right thing. Then we saw like this really dark
aggro Holden.
Yeah, aggro Holden, and now he's swung back a little bit more to try to find more of himself. And I feel like going into this season, he does want to do the right thing, but knows a little bit better when it's time to be a little bit darker to get to the right thing. So dealing with Prax. If Prax is going to be part of this team, you got to come clean. This is the time. Everybody's coming clean mostly, so this is where you got to go.
Yeah, and you just got to hope that Prax doesn't hate you. It seems like Prax is going to be okay. There's some good conversations with Prax in this episode.
Yeah, there is, and he has renamed the Rossi.
Yeah, what gives with that? I'm going to keep calling it whatever we want to call it.
Yeah, I understand why they are, but yeah, it's Rossi in my heart. It is where it is for me. It's going to be very difficult to switch it over, so don't worry, guys. I know what the name of the ship is. If you're going to let me know in the comments, I just want to continue to call it the Rossi, so I hope you guys understand.
It's kind of like this. I always call Avasarala Christian, and a big part of the reason why is 9 times out of 10 I will never say Avasarala properly, and I will screw it up 9 times out of 10. So that's kind of where we are, but we're all on the same page here. I mean, unlike the Rossi crew now, because it seems as though Holden wants to go to Io, and I don't know if Io is a great place to go. I mean, I'll only say this. I have not studied Io since I was like 7 years old. But when I studied it...
7 years old? That's what you were doing when you were 7?
I had a book about space. And I remember a few different moons and stuff that were in there. And Io was in there. And I remember it like being like very volcanic and crazy. It just was like... I don't know if I'd want to go there. It feels like I would get blown up or something.
It's possible.
Maybe I'm really wrong, but it just feels like maybe they must have found must have something there that's of value if they're going to be continuing the search for May in that particular locale. Which
there's got to be somewhere in that area that they're able to land that is not volcanic. Maybe it's a little bit like Montserrat that has a big volcano on it.
Yeah.
Here on Earth, but people still live there, so.
Yeah, let's say, welcome to Io, the Montserrat of the Moons. Here we are to welcome you. That should be their tourism slogan. Yeah. But it's going to be a fun little journey. But we can't forget about the fact that it's not so fun when you still have proto-molecule goo on your ship and you don't have, like, what?
Yeah, that was a really interesting, cool reveal in some ways, because it just enforces what they've been saying. There is no containing this.
Yeah.
It is everywhere. It is a problem for the entire universe at this point that we've met.
Yeah, it's not good, and I'm sure this will rear its head. Maybe not rear a literal head like we had with Pearl Man at the end of last season, but... It's still out there, but, let's go from things that make us very nervous to things that always make me happy. Drummer is back on the Expanse.
Yes, she is, and she is pissed.
Okay, I have many thoughts about Drummer at the moment, which other than just Drummer, easily top 5 character on this show. Drummer, you're still, like, bleedy, and, like, what are you doing working out? Like, does Drummer not have a doctor who is, like, giving her medical advice?
Or maybe she doesn't have one of those, like, cylinders that they're putting on people, and all of a sudden you're immediately all healed. There's nothing there for that.
I feel like Drummer's gonna get an infection or something, and then things are gonna go even worse.
Drummer does not care. Drummer is doing her thing. She wants to... You can see, though, while she's getting very frustrated. She clearly just wants to be better. Which I think all of us can understand when we're sick or we have surgery and it takes so long to heal. You just want to get back at it again. So I get where she's kind of coming from, but Drummer, take the time and just heal it up. This is not getting you anywhere.
Yeah, I mean... Drummer is a woman full of rage, and I think understandably for a number of different reasons. Now, number one, after what happened to her, I'd be mad too.
Yeah.
Number two, Fred's being a little bit of a tool at the moment with this whole, I want to, work maybe with Anderson Dawes.
Yeah, and it's a tough situation for Drummer because she said she didn't want to work with him. She chose to be with Fred because Fred has the same sort of ideals that she has.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to work with Anderson Dawes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand Fred has the protomolecule. Anderson Dawes has the scientist that can make this stuff work. Each of them apart doesn't work out to anything. They just have two pieces of something that, unless they're together, they're useless.
Yeah.
So they still are in the same place where they don't have a seat at the table. And now Mars and Earth are legit at war. So the belt needs to get together. I get why Drummer doesn't want this to happen, because I also don't want Anderson Dawes to have the protomolecule. But
here we are.
Here's
a hot take question. Is Drummer going to kill Fred?
somebody's going to kill him.
Yeah, I feel like Drummer is moving up the list of contenders here because I think Drummer feels like quite possibly the most betrayed. And I feel like she could also take Fred at the moment in a fight based on that workout sequence, so I would be worried for Fred.
Yeah, I don't think her loyalty is just gone from this one thing. I think she doesn't want to work with Anderson Dawes, but I think she still believes in what Fred is trying to put together. So could she maybe?
I don't know, but
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I feel like he's going to die, but it's not going to be by Drummer, and maybe I'm wrong, but
yeah,
she just feels very loyal to him and to what he stands for, and yeah, he's going to make some, we'll call them mistakes, because working with Anderson Dawes doesn't sound like a great idea, and she thinks it's a mistake, but I'm sure he's made mistakes before that she hasn't agreed with, so I don't know.
That's what I want to believe. I want to believe that these two can find, it's not like they have a lot of other friends, so it's sort of like they need to find a way to work this out between the two of them.
Yeah, they do.
Well, while all that is going on, I mean, we also have everything that is happening now with Christian and this little group that I've seen in our comments has been coined the ABC group, and
ABC group, yep.
They are a lot of fun. This is like watching it's like watching a buddy cop movie, except none of them are really cops, and I don't know if any of them are buddies either, but
they're all trading some really good little barbs, and the chemistry between these three characters is off the charts. They are the most fun to watch.
Yeah.
It has completely turned me around on Bobby. I am on the team Bobby now.
Welcome.
Thank you. No, I really love the chemistry with these characters. They all play off each other so well.
They're just so dysfunctional, and I kind of like that part of them. Like, I like the little things about, Bobby telling Christian to get rid of the earrings, and, like, Christian getting mad about it, and, all of this sort of stuff. I really, I'm glad she's okay, but I think I laughed the most when Bobby just, like, fell over in the suit.
Yeah, that was,
It was just like, okay, that probably really hurts for starters.
Yeah, it probably does, but it was pretty funny to watch.
Yeah, I also kind of I'm sure these episodes, like, film over the course of several days.
Yep.
I mean, the actress for Bobby, she had to be filming in that suit for, like, 4 or 5 days. Like, that must have been the most uncomfortable thing imaginable.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it is, well, I'm assuming none of it is CGI, and that she's actually in something that's probably pretty warm.
Yeah, like, that is like wearing the Green Arrow suit on, like, steroids.
Yeah.
But, yeah, all of this stuff was fun, even though, they were also kind of on the verge of death most of the time.
Yeah, watching Bobby out in space and her losing her battery power and her gravity hold and slipping off that ship, because this show is the way it is, I legitimately thought she was going to just fly off into space, because you just don't ever know.
Yeah. And you could have said that Bobby's journey was complete because she ends up helping Christian, and she has a larger role in the story, but clearly she has a higher purpose that she's going to be achieving, or so we hope.
Yeah, I think so. I just hope she's going to continue on with the ABC team.
I feel like we got to have these three together for at least a little while, because if we don't, we're going to lose this chemistry.
Yes, I'm hoping that they're all going to be able to get back together again.
And work things out. And by the way, Aaron Wright, you're not in the ABC team for one. Your name is E. There's no, you're not connected to anyone else. You're also a jerk, by the way. Aaron, I could go on in this edition of I hate and yet like Aaron Wright at the same time because he's the worst and yet he's entertaining.
Oh, he's the worst, and I love him. He is the absolute worst. He played this so brilliantly, just moving through Christian like steel. She is in so much trouble, and I know she has the recording, so she may be able to. I don't know how she's going to get through this. I don't know if she's going to go see Fred and get him to broadcast it. I assume that going back to Earth is probably not the greatest thing right now, because Aaron Wright's going to be waiting for her. He's just going to take that right off of her and cart her off to jail or whatever they do now. So he is so treacherous. I can't stop smiling with him because he's such a good foil.
He just threw her so far under the space bus, and it's just like, I don't know how she comes back from this, but here's the thing. Aaron Wright eventually has got to die because he's horrible.
Oh, no.
He doesn't have to die next week, our next episode, but he's going to die eventually. I mean, I don't know how else this story ends for him.
Maybe jail.
If this story does not end by Christian basically dropping him through the metaphorical moon door like on Game of Thrones, I don't know how I'm not going to be satisfied by this.
Yes, at some point there needs to be some sort of justice for what Aaron Wright is doing. But yeah, I don't necessarily want to see him kicked out the moon door.
Okay, here's my pitch. I know we've already got like a season 5 of The Expanse now.
Yes.
I don't know if Aaron Wright lives through the end of season 3, so no spoilers here. But if Aaron Wright lives through the end of season 5, this should be the entire basis of the renewal campaign. Bring us back so we can kill off Aaron Wright, and so we can all be satisfied by that moment.
I am not on board with this. I don't need him to die.
Well, I need it to be gloriously entertaining.
Yes, I want to see Christian be able to cut him down with her political maneuvering, with her words, with the way that she moves, because it has to be her way of doing things and her power behind what she says and who she knows. And that's what I want to see. I want to see a fate worse than death.
Is the fate worse than death being sent off to like Expanse prison where you're never seen or heard from again?
That's right. You go live on Eros now. Goodbye.
You go live on Eros or go live on Ceres because apparently we're never seeing it or Octavia ever again. So there you go. But all right, well, we'll conclude this video. This was a fun start to season 3.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where we go from here. But let me know your thoughts on when you watch this episode for the first time below. And if you enjoyed this one, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the Carter Matt store. And we'll see you here next time.